To begin, in order to register for my SASC account and log into my ITC, you're going to need to select Register under the Apprentice section. Once you have arrived at this page, you will select Create Account. Since we're all individuals and individual students, we're going to select Create Individual Account at the top. And from there, you're going to start filling in your information. And you're going to use your personal email address, as if you used your school email address once you graduate, you would have no access to that email. So make sure you use your personal email address to create this account. That is very, very important. Your username can be anything that you choose as long as you can remember what this username would be. So in this case, I'm just going to use my first and last name. And as you can see, if you create or put in a space, it's going to yell at you with a red box, which is perfect. It tells us what we need to do. So we're going to backspace and have it all one word. For your password, select something that you're going to remember. If you can't remember it, make sure you write it down somewhere safe so that you can revisit this after. And you can see that there's certain criteria that you need to use. So it's going to tell you when you need to add a specific character or number. The Saskatchewan support code is a 4-digit code. It's nothing that you need to have in particular. It's just a code, a 4-digit code that you're going to remember that you can let us know when you need any support of any kind. So this is a 4-digit number that you will remember for yourself. After you've filled in all the necessary information, you're going to scroll down and select Accept and Acknowledge under the terms of use. And then, of course, we need to verify that we are not robots and we're actual human beings, so we need to select that box and do our nice testing. We get to select school buses today, which is fun. After you've confirmed that you're not a robot, you can select Continue. Then you're going to get this lovely message, and it's just telling you to check your email. So you're going to have to make your way to your personal email and find the email that's sent in order to validate and activate your Saskatchewan account. Once you've clicked the link, it'll redirect you to this page, and you can see in this blue box area that it is telling you that you've successfully activated your account. So now what you can do is you can go ahead and log in with the password that you just created. In my case, I'm going to use the email. And I'm going to select Sign In. Now we have to link the service. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in my ATC in this search bar. However, if you didn't feel like typing, you're more than welcome to start scrolling and find it that way as well. And you can see that I just even typed in my, and it's coming right at the top there. I'm going to click that and select the right arrow to move it over to my selected services box. After you've done that, you're going to click Link Service. Now we get to use the service, so select the Use Service button. After you've reviewed and read over the terms of use, you can scroll all the way down to the bottom and select I agree. You can select Next after this. To the question, are you a current client of the Saskatchewan Apprenticeship and Trade Certification Commission? You're going to answer no and click Next. Click Next again. These are notification settings. We don't have the option, as you can see, to select SMS, so you wouldn't be able to get phone notifications. But if you'd like email notifications, you can leave that on. But if you do not want notifications, you're more than welcome to turn that off. That is your choice. I'm going to leave it on for this demonstration, and I'm going to click Next. Then we get to apply. So you're going to select apply. It's going to redirect you to this page where you can select view my ATC. Now we're looking at the home page on my ATC. We're going to select Browse Service Catalog to find our SYA application. As you can see, we have a few options, but the one that we're looking for is SYA application right here. From here, we're going to start filling out our information. In the school or sponsoring organization box, you can select the drop-down and you can scroll and find your school. Once you select your school, you're going to see that your SYA champion or the teacher automatically fills in for you. If you are part of an adult program, then when it asks, are you taking this as part of an adult or non-high school program, you would select yes. However, if you are a high school student, you would select no. Your general information would already be filled in from your registration on My Sask account. The next item that you would have to select is your phone number type and enter your phone number. So in most cases, we have a mobile phone number. So I'm going to select mobile and I'm going to enter in my phone number now. For your street address, you can enter in your street address, but if you are living out of town or in a more rural setting, you can enter your box number, or if that's not a possibility, then you can enter your school address. And you can scroll down and find your province. Everyone should be in Saskatchewan for this. And your postal code. I have a lovely autofill for that feature, so I'm pretty lucky. The rest of this section you're able to leave as is. You can see that effective date doesn't have a star next to it, so you do not need to fill that in. The next section is your date of birth, and that has a star, so we're going to have to do that. It requires a specific format, and sometimes it's harder to type it, so my favorite way of doing this is selecting the calendar icon and selecting the header where it says August 2025. And you can click even further to go to the years. So I'm going to pretend like I was born in 2010 in March on the 17th. Sounds like a really fabulous day. The next section, you are able to answer to your comfortability level. So whatever you want to share is completely up to you. After all of these forms and boxes have been filled in, you can scroll and look down at this section right here where it says Document Review and Acknowledgements. If you like more information, then you can select the Personal Information Collection Notice as well as the SYA Contract Terms and Conditions. I'm going to go ahead and select those. At the top right corner, you're going to see a button labeled Submit. We can go ahead and click that. And once it loads, you can see that there's no longer a submit button in the top corner. And if you were to scroll all the way down, you would find this section right here where it shows you that your case has been created. Success! You have now submitted an application for your SYA program. When you go to create an account for your Saskatchewan account, because some people know that they have a Saskatchewan account and other people aren't quite sure, which is completely okay. When you go to create an account and you select create an individual account or create individual account, you're going to have this form to fill out. Now, the quickest way to find out if you actually have a Saskatchewan account or not is to go and start filling in your email address. So because it's saying that I have an invalid email address and it's highlighting the box in red, it's actually because you likely already have an account through My Sask account. So when you have this pop up, what you're going to need to do is hit the back button a couple times, and you'll enter your email in this section right here. And then you're going to select Forgot Password. That's going to send reset to your personal email, which then you can then click and get logged in and then follow the rest of the application steps that were in the previous section.